definitely the plan. So, okay, stop! Don't do that, no. No, don't touch that, don't, stop! Do you find yourself constantly saying no to your child all the time and just not getting the results you want? They're still touching the stove. They're still running away and into the street. They're doing things that you're trying to teach them healthy boundaries, but they're not learning. Well, I'm here to tell you about another way to say and teach your child how to engage in desirable behaviors, appropriate behaviors, instead of constantly telling them no. When you're constantly saying no to your child, it's exhausting for you and your kid. Nobody wants to constantly be saying no, and nobody wants to hear it either. Let's think, to kind of make it relatable for you, about your relationship with your boss. If you're constantly turning in work and your boss is constantly telling you, this is trash, this isn't good enough, you need to do better, but never giving you the feedback of how to make it better, you feel defeated and you don't want to put in the work and the effort to try and provide a better quality result, right? So that's exactly what your child is feeling when you're telling them no. All they're hearing is, no, it's not good enough, that's not what we want. But they're never getting any feedback or information as to how they should be behaving and what behaviors you want them to engage in. So we're gonna talk today about some different examples that you can use to provide instruction to your kids that will help them engage in behaviors you desire. So a lot of times when you're naturally inclined to say no, it's when there's safety concerns, right? When you're at the stove and your child gets close to the stove and they're about to touch it or they're about to touch the hot oven, those are things where you're just naturally gonna say, no, stop, because you need them to react and stop what they're doing, right? And that is all fine and well, but if you only go that far, they're not learning alternative behaviors. So we need to take it a step further and start teaching them, hey, let's stand behind this line. And as soon as they're standing behind that line, cheer them on. Tell them they're doing a great job, they're staying safe, and they're taking care of their body, right? Because when they're taking care of their body, they're making your life easier and they're helping you make sure that they're staying safe and do your job as a parent. So a lot of kids have struggles with transitions, leaving parks, fun places, just doing things that they don't want to do, right? And so it's really easy to just want to tell them, no, stop tantruming, get up off the floor. Getting up off the floor actually is telling them what to do. So saying stand up and then giving them praise for standing up once they do and using that behavioral momentum. Basically they did something good and then you want them to do something else good again. So using that praise to work into the next behavior can be really helpful. Another really awesome way to go is giving them choices, alternative behaviors with choices. So you can ask for 1 more minute, or when it is time to actually go home, because man, nap time is coming up, you can give them choices. So hey, do you want to race to the car or do you want to walk? Do you want to skip or do you want to jump? How many different colored flowers do you think we can see on the way? Just really making it fun and making these transitions really engaging with a lot of alternative behaviors other than falling to the ground or whining is a really good way to go. So another time that you might find yourself wanting to say no a lot is at the grocery store. There's lots of different options for kids to look at and pick, and they can feel overwhelmed and want it all. So one thing as a parent is that you need to set boundaries. And one way you can do that without saying no is by saying, hey buddy, right now we're not gonna buy these candy bars, but what you can do is help me pick out this cereal. Do you want Honey Nut Cheerios today or do you want Rice Krispies? So that way you're teaching them an alternative behavior and you're still letting them make a choice and partake in that grocery store outing. And once they do, you want to give them a ton of praise and saying, hey, thank you so much for your help. That really made this entire trip better. So you're teaching them something new in place of what they were told that they could not do. So I know that it's easy and simple to constantly say no, but remember that it's exhausting for you and it's exhausting for your child when that happens. So instead, use those moments as teaching opportunities to tell them what they can do instead of what they can't.